Hello everyone and welcome to Let's Play with AK, featuring me, your host Akukami. In this StarCraft episode, we'll be taking a look at a game I played on ladder. This is going to be a TvT matchup on Daybreak. Starting off in the 7 o'clock position is me, spawning as the red Terran player. Meanwhile, my opponent Jake has spawned in the 1 o'clock position as the blue Terran player. Finally, someone with an easy name I can actually remember, right? Going to be speeding through this. Going to be speeding through this opening a little bit, as I do go for my wall off in the front of my base, front of my ramp. 10 supply, 12 racks, another supply depot right there. Going to be coming out with that wall off in my base. Meanwhile, Jake, deciding not to go for that wall off, has built his supply depot right here, as he probably doesn't want to lose any of his structures to some tanks if there were any parked in front of his base. Deciding also to put a racks in this location, and will not be going off for that wall off. It's a matter of personal preference. I mean, I personally like to go for the wall off in all three of my matches, and I just feel more comfortable that way. Meanwhile, back at my opponent's base, Jake will be putting up some scouting supply depots just to check for any drops that might be coming in this location. Probably expecting him to be putting some here and maybe something right there. As he does go for that gas, it does look like that this was a 10 supply, 12 racks, 13 refinery, followed up with that upgrade into an orbital command, as I do come out with no gas here, and will be coming out with an early expansion, trying to kill this SCV before he spots any expansion going down in there, as I do come in with my own SCV, which gets shot down, spot that there is gas, and probably think that I feel pretty safe right about now, considering that he's going for gas, probably coming out with some early aggression, or maybe 1-1-1 certainly would be a possibility. Just continuing to macro up, building another racks right here, followed by a factory, going to be starting off with a 2 racks, 1 factory opening. Coming out with an early engineering bay, going for those early upgrades. We'll be upgrading this command center to an orbital, going to be putting down some SCVs right here, and just continuing to macro up. Back at my opponent's base, wow, came out with 5 factories, no expansion, and coming out with a reactor right here and another reactor right here, going for some heavy marine pressure, as all of his marines are rallied to this location right here. Going to be actually moving out with his marines in the, into that location in there, going out with a group of 16 marines, going to be taking this watchtower right here. Going to be waiting for a little bit until I actually spot this with my marine that was going out for scouting. Decide to repair this bunker as I slow things down, but Jake decides to circumvent that and just instead go for this turret that was building in the back of my base. Going to be doing some micro, going to be engaging my SCVs with my marines, and as you can see right here, I do manage to hold this off, as this one marine will get shot down. Jake still does have this watchtower though, but will not be continuing this aggression, as he did see that I do have marines in this location right here, as I send another one out for scouting. This one's getting shot at again, but managing to get away before it gets shot at even more. Ooh, where are you going? I think I sent them out into this location to take this watchtower right here. Wasn't really paying too much attention, and I think it does get shot down eventually. Yeah, and the 2 marines come in here and will be shooting it down. Meanwhile, back at my opponent's base, going for 3 factories and an expansion right here, realizing that his 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 racks marine pressure will not work this time, deciding to pull out with his marines and keep one right here for just to hold this watchtower, and sending all of his marines back home. Building a command center, will be turning that into an orbital, I expect. Following in that with an engineering bay and tech labs in here. Going for early marine, going for marine tank. My opponent Jake is, I believe. Going to be coming out with a tech lab, going for some upgrades. Stim and combat shield are the two main upgrades for Marines. And yeah, just continuing to macro up back at my base, deciding to come out with the Viking in case he decided to come out with Banshees, some kind of attack in the front with my Marines, harass in the back with my Banshees. Just decided to build one Viking just in case of that possibility. Probably not necessary, but I don't know my timings as well as I should, so that's more of just in case. My opponent will be scanning me in this location, seeing that I don't have anything else except these Marines and a bunker. Going to be coming out with Marines of my own, going to be shooting down or shooing away this Marine that was holding that watchtower as I start to go for my combat shield and stim pack research. Little late on, well, not a little late, really late on these upgrades, but I had to deal with this pressure that was in the front of my base. Meanwhile, my opponent will be coming out with an expansion in this location, going to be coming out with a command center, probably going to be building an orbital, or I don't know, I could be wrong, but I do also have my third expansion up built already, and we'll be floating it over to here in this location, or actually I don't remember. I think I floated into this location right here. Anyways, going to be coming out with some tanks which also have siege research, just to make sure I'm pretty safe, of course. Taking a look at my base, coming out with another factory, going to be putting a tech lab, I assume, on this factory, as my medevacs are actually misrallied. I think, yes, they are misrallied to come in this location. I do send out my forces, which are now my bio, which is 101 and upgrades, and my tank, no upgrades, my Viking, no upgrades, and going to be breaking down this destructible debris here so that my army can better be reinforced by well, just replenishing my army, as I do have a mind block at the moment. Meanwhile, Jake will be coming out with his siege tanks in this area here, going to be guarding this location right here, as I do move out with my Marines, and spotted that he did have this watchtower, so just deciding to camp outside his base with my siege tanks and start firing away at this destructive debris right here, destructible debris right here. Now, why am I doing this, you might ask? Well, in the event I have to run up here and just shoot everything I possibly can, I don't want to funnel into this location, so that's why I'm taking down these destructible debris, so that when I run up at this, just in case I decide to run up my opponent's ramp, I'm not being funneled where his tanks can rain damage on me, heavy splash damage. Ooh, deciding to take my command center that was building right here, deciding to put it right here. Don't know what the upgrade is. Going to be coming out with a planetary. Now, in my previous video, I said that I think planetaries were pretty useless in TvT, as your opponent come out with some tanks, camp out of range of this location, and you'll be either you will be forced to make a choice of let it die or repair it. And yeah, that's why it gets really ugly when it comes to something like that.